Peace everybody. Welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad that you're here with me again. If you're new, welcome. If you're an old subscriber, thank you and welcome back. It's Beauty by Nadi here, also known as, well, previously known as You Love Tweet Tweet here on YouTube and on my Instagram. Yeah, like, you guys like the new setup. I got my camera and my box lights and everything in my living room instead of all like really congested into my bedroom. I really like how this looks versus my bedroom. Like, it's just a mess. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into the video. So before we get started, if you're not a part of the Nadi family, make sure you go ahead and subscribe below and also turn on that notification so you can be notified every time your girl has a new upload. So today in this video, we're going to be talking about, first of all, I haven't uploaded maybe since like April, but that was actually like a scheduled upload. I haven't recorded anything since like December 2018. So we're just going to be talking about a big surprise that surprised me and my partner. I'm pregnant. After 8 long years of not being pregnant, we got pregnant. Yes, we did. So, I was feeling really sick. I got pregnant. Well, I found out I was pregnant in January. My partner believes that I got pregnant in November, but I initially took a pregnancy test in January and it was positive, and it was just like really crazy because I did not know what was going on with me. Usually my pregnancy symptoms are not what it was this time around. Like, I had no clue what the hell was wrong with me at all. Like, my body was so weak in January, like, and that was the month that I was trying to start back going to school. It's going to take some home courses on the computer, but my body felt like I felt like I had a severe fever. That was the initial feeling that I had. You know, when you get those body aches when you can't move whenever you have a fever, that's how I felt. I felt my legs were buckling. I couldn't move. I just felt, I would just be laid out on the floor, like, can't move, can't get up, can't do nothing, can't make dinner. I'm like, oh well, you're just gonna have to go ahead and make something. This was before I found out I was pregnant. I didn't know what was wrong with me. I thought, honestly, I felt like it was because of my diet, because I had been feeling a lot of discrepancies concerning my diet around that time. So that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, damn, this is just like the end of the road for me? Like, I'm just feeling like I'm about to freaking die right now. Like, I really didn't feel good at all. I didn't know what was wrong with me. When I was complaining to my sister, though, she kind of brought it to my attention, you know, like, well, maybe you're pregnant. Did you ever think of that? You know, I was just like, no, because these are not pregnancy symptoms. At least I didn't know that those are pregnancy symptoms, because they actually are. You know, being weak and having body aches and lower back pain, those are pregnancy symptoms. But I did not realize that, because usually I would throw up. Usually it would be me throwing up profusely, or my stomach feeling really bad cramps. So I believe it was like the second to last week of January, I took a pregnancy test, and it was positive. I took 3 different pregnancy tests. I took 3 different home pregnancy tests, and it turns out that all 3 of them were positive. One was digital, one was rapid, and the other one was just a regular one. And they all came out positive. And me and my partner was not as shocked as I was. I don't know if it's because he's the man in a relationship, and he knows what is going on, or maybe he already had some kind of idea. I don't know, but I was really shocked, because I was just like, wow, I'm pregnant. Like, it took me, like, my whole first trimester was really me trying to really digest the fact that I was pregnant. You know, I can't see a belly, so I was just it was just really like in awe for me. I wasn't feeling well either. I was throwing up. The baby didn't like juice. You know, it wasn't as bad as with my first son, because my first son, he wouldn't let me eat nothing without chucking it right back up. This baby was very picky, so my diet changed a lot because this baby's very picky. I actually want to do a whole separate video concerning because people, y'all might not know on my channel, because I really don't talk about my eating habits, but I was vegan. I don't really talk about my eating habits on the channel as much as I'd like to, but I've been vegan for I think about 4 years now, 4.5 years. I think it's just 4. I don't think it's 4.5. But I want to do a separate video on that because my diet has changed since I've been pregnant. But my baby would only accept certain things in the first trimester. No fruits, no coconut, no juice of any kind at all. It would make me throw right up. But yeah, so my first trimester, so now that we've gotten to the point where you guys know I'm pregnant, you heard how I found out. Now let's go ahead and talk about what my first trimester was like. So emotionally, my first trimester was pretty turbulent. I wish I could have been happier, but I was going through a lot of different, life hurdles. You know, my relationship, I was feeling stressed about the house. At that time, my son was still doing K-12, so I'm his main learning coach. Me and my fiance are both his main learning coach. So at the time, he was working a regular job, and it was basically just like all on me to teach my son. And it was really difficult trying to teach him in my first trimester when I felt like crap. So that was really stressful for me because that ended up not working out. So my son is going to be going to a charter school this year. Summer break now. Once school starts back, he's going to be going to a charter school because I just can't keep up with the K-12. It was becoming too much for me in my extremely weak state. So that was really stressful because I wanted him to finish that. I wanted him to do that. You know, I didn't want to stop, but that ended up happening. You know, I was really, really fatigued. What I can say is the best thing is that I woke up early. That's probably like the best thing I could say about my first trimester. I was waking up early. There wasn't much stuff that I could eat. It was really a tough time. Like, it was a tough time for me and my partner because, you know, you have to take care of me, and it's just like, oh my God, like, this is what pregnancy is like. And I'm just like, yeah, this is what pregnancy is like. So, first trimester, I did have a doctor's appointment. It was really, and that was another thing I was stressed about too, was my Go Bathe, was my insurance. My insurance coverage, I was having a lot of trouble with that. I actually just was able to get that fixed to the point where I could have a doctor's appointment like last week, and I'm in my second trimester now. I'm almost at the end of my second trimester. I'm 26 weeks now, so I'm almost into my third trimester, and I'm just now being able to make another doctor's appointment. So that was really, really stressful too because it wasn't any fault of my own. My caseworker is just lazy, and she wouldn't put my paperwork through, even though all of my paperwork was squared away and provided to them. It was just a mess. So I don't know the gender of my baby yet. I'm going to know on Wednesday. I honestly don't really want to know, but it helps to know so that other people can know what to buy you. If they want to buy you exclusively pink, exclusively blue, or just different types of feminine or masculine styles, you know, it would help. But I've always enjoyed surprises, so we'll find out what the baby is. I don't know what the baby is, honestly, because like all those little midwife tales, you know, concerning like skin and, you know, sleep on the left side, sleep on your right side as a boy, all that stuff. Like, I've just been doing everything. My skin was looking amazing and flawless, and now just this week I've gotten a few pimples, which is weird to me, you know, so I don't even know what to think. My partner thinks that the baby is is twins because he's a twin. And I'm just like, if it is twins, that's great. But if it's not twins, that's nice too. Because, oh my God, I couldn't imagine 3 children like all at once, just hitting me all at once. 3, including my son that I have already. But yeah, so that was my first trimester was, I would say it was pretty average. It was just a little more stressful than other people's first trimester because of all the things going on in my life. Not necessarily because of my body, because ooh, that's the stuff was going to happen whether or not. I mean, it wasn't as bad. Basically, like I said, I've had worse. This baby didn't put me through as much as my first son did with my first trimester. So, you know, physically speaking, it wasn't, you know, as bad as it could have been, but emotionally speaking, it was pretty difficult emotionally speaking. Yeah, so I'd like to maybe do a separate video on my second trimester, but if my camera battery allows me to, I can talk about it now because I'm already currently in my second trimester. Because I'm already in my second trimester, I'm 26 weeks pregnant, and you know, I haven't been to the doctor yet, and no fault of my own is because my insurance, it's just been a mess. Excuse me. The insurance has just been an absolute mess. But my second trimester has been pretty easygoing. I've had a lot of heartburn. A lot of heartburn. But I have been eating tons of watermelon. Watermelon is very rich in folate, which is great for pregnant women. Great for anybody, but especially good for pregnant women. It helps the baby's brain to develop. But that has really cleared my heartburn. Not necessarily for the whole day, but if I eat that throughout the day, it will clear my heartburn, because pretty much everything I eat gives me heartburn. It's weird. You would think that water would actually help it, but it doesn't. So I try to drink as much water as possible just because you're supposed to do that, but it doesn't really help my heartburn. Constipation has definitely been a big factor, but once watermelon came into season, I started eating that. That really eased up my constipation. But if I don't really drink any watermelon, if I don't eat any watermelon, I try to drink as much water as possible so it helps me go to the bathroom. But constipation has been a symptom. It was worse in my first trimester, actually. It really lessened up now. You know, smells still bother me, like if I was in my first trimester, but not as bad as it was in my first trimester. I feel like when I start to sweat, or if I, you know, my partner says that I don't stink, but, you know, I'm just like, I feel like I stink. I smell like, I don't know, my nose is more sensitive. My nose is more sensitive. I wash twice a day. If I could wash more, I would. I just feel like my smell is, I'm more sensitive to my smell now than before. So yeah. Excuse me, I gotta take a break. And also, oh yeah, breathing. I've been practicing more breathing exercises to get me ready for birthing. So far I have had trouble breathing. I've had more trouble breathing in my second trimester. That's something I definitely want to talk to my doctor about, but you know, they're probably just going to tell me some bullshit anyway. But I've been working more on my breathing. I feel like it's more blood pumping, because this is, I googled it and it pretty much explains it's more blood pumping, it's more work on my heart and all that stuff. So, you know, I may catch myself being short of breath. So yeah, that is pretty much it. I mean, I've had a very healthy, that's a funny word, hefty appetite. But as far as like symptoms that I've had throughout my second trimester, definitely been experiencing some constipation. I've been experiencing a lot of heartburn, but I've been eating watermelon, which is very rich in folate, to combat my heartburn and to combat my constipation, which has been working like a charm. That's like my favorite food right now is watermelon. Watermelon is also very rich in folate, so that helps the growth of my baby's brain. But yeah, so emotionally speaking, my second trimester has been pretty much turbulent. I don't know if it's just the fact that I'm more sensitive to things, or it's just the fact that like people just get on my nerves more easily now. Very sensitive to my partner, like just to be honest, like he be getting on my damn nerves. So yeah, I'm not too sure if that's something that I would attribute to pregnancy or just maybe just me. So I don't want to just blame that on pregnancy. I'm not really too sure. But yeah, so that's my camera shut off. I have 3 batteries here and all of them are pretty much dying. And my boyfriend, you know, he uses the camera for his business, but somehow he forgets to charge the battery so that I can be able to use it. But I digress. Anyway, something small like that would piss me off. So maybe that could be attributed to pregnancy, but I'm not sure. So, so yeah, I forgot what I was talking about before my camera shut off. Like I was really on a roll. But I feel like I've gained. The last doctor's appointment I went to, I was 140, which is pretty heavy for me because that was my ending weight when I was first pregnant with my son. But I feel like I'm carrying the weight really well. Like I don't feel like I look really, really fat or nothing like that, or just like unattractive. I feel like a lot of the weight has went to my thighs. Like my thighs are really big, and I got these beautiful, gorgeous boobies. Normally wouldn't get these kind of boobies without having to be pregnant, so I'm pretty happy for that. But yeah, so my body changes has been pretty awesome. I want to come on here and do a separate video mainly just talking about my diet and what I eat. I'll do a what I eat in a day video. Like that's really a video that I want to do for you guys and show. I'm going to be changing the name of my channel. My channel is going to be called Beauty by Nadi. And yeah, it's not going to be called You Love Tweets anymore. So I've been having a hard time figuring out which name I wanted to go with for all these years. And I just feel like that would be more tailored because I just feel really connected to the name Naughty Knots, Naughty. So that's what I'm going to name my channel. And You Love TiTi is going to be put in the closet. So yeah. Yeah. I am so glad that you guys was here with me watching my video and all that stuff. Please comment below. Oh, how could I forget? I'm about to forget. God, gotta edit that out. So really quickly, the type of birth that I am shooting to have, I'm having a natural birth at home with a midwife. I'm not gonna have a doula this time. I am really trying to do hypnobirthing this time around and having my partner as my coach within the hypnobirthing. Also, I'm shooting to have a water birth as well. I'm going to purchase one of the water birthing pools and birth in that because water has always been a major help to me when I'm laboring. Also, just to get my body, my uterus prepared for the birth, drinking some raspberry tea, and I've been eating dates. Yeah, so that is what I plan on doing. I'm not going to go to the hospital. I'm not a hospital girl. Not going to be doing that. I'm going to be having an all-natural birth at home. So I thank you guys for watching my video and being with me. If you guys have any video suggestions of what you guys would like to see next, please go ahead and comment them below. And I hope you guys have a blessed day. Make sure you stay subscribed and turn on that notification bell so you can be a part of the Naughty family. Okay? Bye.